Welcome back to another video, everyone. Over the past couple videos that I've uploaded, a few people have been catching on to the fact that I've been wearing this in pretty much every video. It is surgically attached to my head now, alright? Doesn't matter how hot it gets during the summer, doesn't matter how cold it gets during the winter, this will be on my head. I was just tired of my hair looking not good. Anyway, recently I was watching some of my older videos back from 2016, 2017. I find it interesting to go back to those older videos every now and then because there's a lot of different styles that I would try and imitate. That's the thing with my channel, I don't really do anything specific. And so I find it interesting going back to the older things that I would try and do, like, I don't know, vlogs, which never worked out because I never really left my room. It brought me back to a time where YouTube was completely different. And when you say 2017, it sounds like, oh yeah, 2 years ago. It was 5 years ago. So I thought today we would take a look at some of the YouTubers that I would watch back then, some of the YouTubers that were the most popular on the platform at the time. Now, I don't know what the title is going to be, but if it's what I think it might be, 2017 YouTubers or something like that. I get that these people posted videos way before 2016, some of them, but I'm just saying it because it was their prime. It was where everyone discovered them. First channel that we're going to look at, and perhaps the one that went through the biggest change of them all, Ricegum. Now, most people discovered him in 2016 when he would roast other YouTubers. Well, it was mostly kids on Musical.ly, actually. That's one thing that's died since then. He got popular with roasting kids on Musical.ly, doing diss tracks about them. It was funny. The reason we all know who Ricegum is because of those videos that he did roasting those kids. It was funny. A lot of people liked them. I think I was 16 or 17 when I discovered him because I remember going to an exam. I remember discovering him the morning before going to school. And then I even went back and watched his earlier ones as well, because he used to do these little vlogs that you see over here, and these videos helped his channel feel more personal to me because I think vlogs and videos where you're talking to the camera are more personal than commentary videos. So at one point I was a Ricegum fan, and it only took a year for me to not be a fan anymore. At some point in 2017, he moved to LA with all the Phase people and, you know, all that. But he just started flexing in all of his videos, showing all the expensive things that he bought, and that was like a slow thing. I remember in some of the later videos, it was unbearable. But I did watch him in 2017 because he had that beef with Jake Paul. And even though I wasn't as big of a fan of him at that point, it was still entertaining, and it was just like you have two options, Jake Paul or Ricegum, or just don't watch any of them. But I picked Ricegum, and you know, I watched it through that, but then I just stopped watching him because I didn't enjoy his videos after that. It just seems like he became a completely different person eventually, and I don't know if he really did. He was probably always like that even back then, but I just think the amount of money he made and the amount of success he found, where it was able to fully let that person out. He's not left the internet entirely. I think he still streams on Twitch, but other than that, I think his YouTube days are over. I mean, he could always come back, obviously. Now, the next one, we don't even have a channel to look at because it got banned, but it's Leafy. Now, I would say Leafy and Ricegum were the two biggest channels in 2017. Not biggest as in they had the most, but they were probably the most popular when it came to how fast they were growing. Again, I wasn't as big onto his videos, but the reason I think I stopped watching him is just simply because he got terminated. I think that happened in 2017, and then he did come back. He came back a year or two ago. I mean, we have this video here. It was about a year ago when he got banned for the second time. But when he came back for the second time, I wasn't as big into that thing at that point, so I wasn't there for the second coming of Leafy. I have to say though, some of the stuff Leafy achieved on YouTube, like how fast his channel was growing and stuff like that, he did achieve some incredible things. There was one point where a lot of people turned on him, and that was when Idubbbz did his video about him. Looks like it got deleted actually. The only remains of it is the response. I don't know what Idubbbz is doing now actually. I think he's doing some boxing stuff. Next on the list, FaZe Clan. FaZe in general, I know they go back to like 2009 with Modern Warfare 2, but in 2017 there was like a shift with FaZe Clan. Instead of them being known for trick shots and all that, they started being more associated with vlogs and challenge videos. Now, I did used to watch a lot of the FaZe Clan members. It wasn't in 2016, which is what the video is about, but it was like when I was maybe 14, 15. Whenever they lived in, I think it was New York. I think the only person that hasn't changed, or at least not changed drastically when it comes to content and stuff, is Jeff. I think he's changed in a positive way. I mean, he's doing more than just Call of Duty now. Does videos on whatever game he wants to play, and has a pretty consistent schedule. He uploads daily. But yeah, that's FaceFun now, though a lot of them don't even do Call of Duty videos anymore. And the reason they're in this video, I know it's about 2016 YouTubers and stuff like that, but this is when they started to change their content. And I remember they used to get a lot of shit for changing their content because everyone knew them for trick shots, COD montages. And when they started doing challenge videos and vlogs, that, you know, a lot of the comments were, "What happened to FaZe?" I'll be honest here, Chief. I do not blame them for ditching Call of Duty when it comes to content. They still do tournaments and all the COD championships or whatever it is. They still do all that, but when it comes to content, I kind of don't blame them for ditching it. How much would it suck to only be limited to Call of Duty, especially now, when the games have gotten pretty much worse every single year? That would drive anyone insane. I couldn't imagine only doing videos on Call of Duty Vanguard for a year. Jake Paul, I know he was a Viner back in whenever the hell, but 5 years ago in 2017, he was the most hated man on the internet. Every day, bro. You remember Every Day, bro. That was 2017. You know, all these different songs that he made, all this other crap that you would hear that he's done, you know, that was all in 2017. Now all he does is boxing videos. There's no vlogs. There's none of that. He's got some other channels, but he doesn't really upload on them. I know a lot of people say that he's not a great boxer or that his matches are rigged. I don't know anything about all that stuff, but I will say, this is a good change. Why? Because the world is a better place without Jake Paul vlogs. Or at least it would have been 5 years ago. You know, we could have done without those vlogs back then. I don't know what he's like now as a person. I think a lot of it is an act. You know, he knows how to get people talking about him, especially when it comes to boxing. Obviously, you can't have Jake Paul without Logan Paul. He's also doing boxing, but not just that though. He's doing his regular videos. I know there's quite a few people that don't like him for the Pokemon stuff that he's doing. He's obviously developed an interest in collecting rare Pokemon cards. He's rich and he's willing to pay millions for Pokemon cards, and I think I remember reading that it's inflated the prices of cards or something, but I think generally a lot of people like him now. I think one of his biggest recent controversies is the Game Boy glass table that he made. He made like a cool table or something where he had like Game Boys put inside them. Now when that's the biggest controversy Logan Paul has had in a long time, you know he's doing good. And yeah, I think getting angry at him for putting Game Boys in a table is dumb. There's plenty to go around. Go on eBay. I read one tweet at the time, it was like, oh, I've wanted an original Game Boy for so long and now Logan put them in a glass table. Go on eBay. The Game Boy sold a lot of units back in its day. There's plenty going around. A lot of these people I haven't watched since back then, so it is fun to just sort of check up on them. To end off the video, let's take a look at my channel 5 years ago. I was doing a lot of school videos. I remember I did a Star Wars Battlefront 2 video when the newer version of Battlefront 2 got announced. And the title was originally different. It was like, new gameplay of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I had to change the title because a lot of people got angry at me. Hey, I mean, it wasn't lying. I played the game. It was the older game, but it was still new gameplay. Fidget Spinners. Oh my god, I'm really getting transported to the past with this video. Okay, so over the past like few weeks, I'd say maybe a month actually, these fidget spinner things have just been blowing up. Like at this point, I don't even think I need to explain to you guys what they actually are. I think everyone watching this video is gonna have heard of a fidget spinner. But for the people watching this video that just don't know what fidget spinners are or have just never heard of them before, let me explain to you what they actually are, right? And all the videos about school were from this era. For it happened again. Friends find my YouTube channel. Oh, when your school finds your YouTube channel. School finds my YouTube channel. Kid recognized me at school.
So the teacher had time to react and everything, and just before this kid goes and smacks this other kid on the head with a fire extinguisher, the teacher comes up behind him and snatches it out of his hand, and he falls over.
It was a good time. That being said, that is going to be it for this video. I might do another one based on different eras of YouTube, like, you know, I don't know, 2010. You know, just from different time periods of YouTube and who was the most popular at the time. Like when Ray William Johnson was the most popular channel on YouTube. But that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.